What's going on, guys? Threw us in a block back again in the garage with the 1950 Dodge. We are working on this front bumper, which stuck out pretty far in its original configuration, and we're going to try to pull it in some. I think we're going to pull the bumper in about 2 to 3 inches back this way to the right, and then mount the grill and everything in its original position minus the lower valance piece. We're going to drop it down. So moving in here closer, I have a little bit of fabrication work to do on these brackets because I'm going to first try to move the bumper back to the next hole and see where that puts us at. That hole right there inside the frame, got a couple holes to play with, so we're going to try some adjustment there first, see where it puts the bumper at. If it doesn't work quite there, then I will have to go in and cut these brackets and weld them back together in the position that we want the bumper in. Always fun. Set the camera on a tripod. I'm going to set up a time lapse because this is going to be a bit of me moving things around and pushing things around and twisting and up and down and back and forth, and I don't really want to bore you guys with my mumbling, so let's get to work. Alright, well, I did some adjustment and I had to take a pause break and go inside and grab something for the wife, so that's why you see the grill in the place of the opening and the bumper off, because I forgot to turn the camera back on. But we're getting ready to take the front bumper and do some massaging on it. Basically, it is all sorts of bent up because it's had a rough life. You can see it's definitely seen better days. So we are going to take some hammer action. Yes, that's a framing hammer. And Mr. Persuasion here. This bumper is going to be painted, so I don't think it's going to be re-chromed. So we can be a little aggressive with it because we're going to do some recovery on it. Now, realistically, I think you see right there, so you guys in here nice and close, this bumper is in very, very rough shape. See, it's twisted there, there, and there. Somebody's towing something or pulling something. That's how that bumper got pulled up on the top side there. These bottom ones, I guess, ran into something or over something, not really sure. Now, those pulls could be from pulling something with the car or towing the car or pulling the car with a chain. Hard to say, but this bumper's rough. We're going to do our best to straighten it out so we can get it ready for paint, because I don't think we're going to re-chrome this. This is not going to be an easy one to straighten out. I'm probably going to be using a little bit of heat as well to get the metal to relax. So we're going to try some hot hammer action, and then maybe we'll put some heat to it and see if we can get it even out. And once we get it a little bit straighter, we'll put it back on the car, see how close we are to where we need to be at, and I'm not sure if we're going to have to cut those bumper brackets or not. I don't know yet because the bumper is a little more twisted than I can tell. So this way, the bumper sits pretty good. If you flip it the other way, yeah, she's rough. Alright, I've proven the point. I'm gonna get to work. Alright, things have gotten a little serious, as you can see. The block dropped off this Anvil, and I'm going to use a combination of the Anvil and the sledgehammer and the other sledgehammer to beat this bumper straight. Something like this, like that, and like this. So, not too sure how successful this is going to be because this twisted up pretty good. But we're going to try to get these big dents out of the top. Like that one right there, and this one right here. And then once we get those dents out, we may have a chance at straightening the rest of this bumper out. Alright, so you guys saw the hammer and dolly process, and the result itself is not too bad. So those big rollovers that were in there are gone. You can see the bottom has a little bit of a dip. So I have to do a little bit more work on flattening that center section. And as far as the top is, it's pretty close. There's a couple little areas, has some small wrinkles, but I think we can hammer those out. Did a lot of recovery on this bumper. I'm actually pretty shocked that it came back as well as it did. There's one area right here where there's a bit of a hump and also a dip. You can kind of see where it goes downhill and comes back up there. So my anvil's not really big enough to work that because the place where it is on the bumper. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that section. But everything else, I mean, looking down the bumper, it actually looks pretty good. Just that small imperfection right there that we need to work out. So I had to think on that. Back to the front of the car. Got the bumper brackets where we want them at. So based upon my discovery, I will have to cut and re-weld the brackets. I think we're going to be about where I need to be at. I'm going to put the bumper back up here to make sure that it is roughly where we want it at. Currently it is about 2 to 3 inches above the bottom of the body line on the car, which is where the rocker panel is. So I think that'll work. I was going to move it back closer to the fender well opening, which is this way, but then the bumper starts to creep under the grill because that grill sticks out pretty far. So we have a nice gentle walk from the, let me fix my camera before you guys start talking about me. So we have a nice gentle walk from the nose of the hood down the grill down to this lower section of the grill here, and then there's a pan that goes in there, and then we have the bumper. And I'm going to take that and kind of taper it out and down and out and down, so you have a nice transition that's equally spaced from the top of the car to the bottom of the face of the bumper. I think that I've straightened out quite a bit of this on the bumper. I'm going to go ahead and remount the bumper, and we will see where it's at and see how this looks on the front. Here we have the bumper mount on the front, and looks good on this side. You can see the top to bottom that I was talking about, where it kind of walks itself down there. And we did move the bumper back. Originally the bumper was forward. The back of the bumper here actually sits about up there in the original configuration. I think I have a picture I can pop up on the screen here to show you that. Coming around to this side, it looks about the same. However, it's above this section of the grill on the bumper. So I'm thinking that that bumper, even though it's sitting flat on the floor, is twisted, or maybe the bumper brackets are twisted. So I'm gonna have to do a little more work to straighten that out. However, I don't think that's going to stop the body work because that's bolted directly to the frame. So we're going to call the front bumper good for now, because we got it straighter, and like I said, there may be a replica or a replacement somewhere available that will save time. Instead of investing more time in working the bumper, we can always work the brackets and stuff later. we are going to go ahead and continue to the back bumper to get it cut and welded, because we've got to shorten it, and then we'll get back on the bodywork, get this thing in some primer, or more primer I should say, and go ahead and get ready to put some paint on it. I know you guys are excited about that. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Took care of moving the front bumper to its new location on this 1950 model Dodge. My name's Erwin. This Thrills in a Block. We're giving back what time is taken away. We'll see you soon.